Well, man, behind the scenes, you want the good news or the bad news?
I want the good news.
The good news is you're not the shortest man on the job site today.
All right.
Bad news
not
is,
by much, but
bad news is, we're putting in a septic.
And I ain't doing it.
All right, so we got a 2-bedroom system. You want to tell everybody where we're at first?
We're where we installed a whole bunch of water.
Yeah, we're back up there on this is Wade's sister's house, Logger Wade's sister's house.
Yeah, and also where I dug test holes for a pond.
His cousin, we were up here last year. This is when we used the ripper to install like, what, 7,000 feet of water line. And then whenever it was snowing, we put a pump tank and a septic tank.
Yep.
And as you guys can probably tell from what we're wearing, it is warmed up and it's dried out. So we're actually going to put in the fill bed today. This is going to be a Presby sand line system. We are, what, 12 by 56, 52?
12 by 52.
We're going to dig 11 inches deep.
Yeah, so this will be a little bit different, Presby, because it's going to be basically in the ground instead of on top of the ground.
Now, here's the question. Everybody wants to know, how come you put these systems on top of the ground? How come we just don't dig down and put them in the ground?
Because the soil test tells us how deep we can go.
You mean we're actually following the rules?
That's right.
I can't believe it.
If they go to my channel, they'll see those rules. Jack is really, really good.
All right. So basically, we have to have a soil test out here. They tell us what type of dirt we got, what the perk rating is on it, how deep we can dig based on the limiting layer, etc., etc., etc. So with this one here, we can dig 11 inches, which means the limiting layer is another 32, 31 inches?
41 is
41?
the limiting layer.
I thought in 2 bedrooms it was 32.
Well, it is, however.
I'm right.
However,
I'm right.
Kim said with where this is at, let's stay 30 inch or the same 30 inches above the fretch pan.
All right, gotcha. So, all right, we got it laid out, which is the good news. The bad news is we have realized we've got a yellow jacket's nest right in the middle where we got to dig.
I have a can.
So, we were going to put Grunner on the grade rod this morning, but we don't want him to get stung right off the bat. We'll wait till at least lunch for that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fire up the old 120. I got the laser set up. Let's roll. Oh, days like this is days you wish the 120 had air conditioning. Whenever you got to fight a bee's nest, digging a septic. That's all right. We'll survive. Ooh, that ground is hard. Perfect time to be doing this. Now look how dry that dirt is. That's why we waited. So we're gonna dig this with the tooth bucket as usual. Basically, we want to make sure we don't smear the bottom of this hole. We want to rip it up the best we can. While we dig it with the tooth bucket, not the smooth face. And once we get get this done, we'll switch over to the smooth face bucket and put the sand in. Close. A little bit low up there on top, not too shabby. We'll get this bee's nest dug out of here, which should be, I think it's right in there somewhere. We're going to teach Gunner how to use the gray rod. I think it's dry enough.
Yeah.
I see them still swarming over there. I don't see their actual home.
It's popcorn fart dry. It's definitely dry.
All right, we're gonna try to stay ahead of Aaron digging. Aaron's gonna go ahead and start putting some sand in there. We're gonna try to teach Gunner how to run a grader rod. I think he's got a chance.
I think he has a chance.
All right.
If I'm teaching him. If you're teaching him, maybe not so much.
Let's see what happens. I'm trying to figure out how Aaron gets the one machine on the job
It has AC?
with air conditioning.
Here we go. You ready to learn the grade rod, Gunny? We got 3 different types of beeps. Fast beep, solid beep, slow beep. You want to hear them? All right, here we go. Slow beep, no beep, solid. Kind of hard to do when it's not Exactly right. And your dad's bucket gets in the way. Hear how fast that is? Dee, 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 dee. That means we're high. Solid. I'll get there. Hear that? Constant beep. That means we're perfect. Okay? You think you can handle that? You don't know? How about we switch? You take the grade rod, I'll take the bee spray. Let's go down there where your dad's digging. Let's see what we got, okay? Okay, you see how your grade rod is leaning towards you? You need to hold it as straight up in the air as you can. Keep going, keep going. All right, so what type of beep do we have, Gunny? Fast, that's exactly right. So what does that mean? Dad needs to take out more dirt, and it's a solid 1 full triangle. We'll show all the people. So that means Dad is 1 inch high. So what do we tell Dad? You just hold your 1 finger up like that until he sees you. And he rarely pays attention to us on the grade rod, okay? Or you just stay right here until he kind of gives you a signal that he sees you. So you see how he saw us there? Now he knows you're 1 inch high. Look what he does. He's gonna take a little bit out of there, and then you gotta check it again. Now, get right down in there and check it right there where you did before. You got this, Gunny. So what we have? Fast beep, and it's a solid 1 full triangle. So what do we tell him again? You're still 1 inch high. I just noticed it. I'll let him know when he comes back. Your boy's giving you a signal here, Dad. All right, Gunny, now get down in there and check it. Right at the end of this green grass. You want to make sure your receiver is pointing to the laser. Stand it up. Stand it up. Look at that. That's 1/8 of an inch low. That's pretty darn close. Our tolerance is plus or minus 1/2 inch. You got it? Think you can handle this? You've now been trained. Fist bump it out. All right, grade rod's all yours. All right, Gunny, you've been running a grade rod for about 5 to 10 minutes now. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. Think you got it down pat? Do you like telling Dad what he's supposed to do?
No.
You don't like telling Dad what he's got to do?
No.
Oh, come on now, Gunny. That's the best part of the day. Telling your dad he's got to do something else other than what he thought. Huh? We'll get you taught right. You're doing good, buddy. Right there's fine.
How was it being grade rod man? To wear you out? How'd he do?
He listened very well. That's why I said if it's me training him, he'll do fine.
If his mom watches this video, she's not going to believe that for a minute.
Well, you know what? She can believe it. It's true.
All right, everything is excavated out. We actually got 2 yellow jacket nests. We got another one over in that corner we got to find. They're swimming over there pretty good. Aaron has got a lot of the sand in here ahead of us. We're going to switch over to the SRS smooth face tilt bucket and try to get this much sand laid out. This is the worst, most labor intensive part's getting this sand laid in there. It's getting hot, isn't it, buddy? So let's switch buckets and get her laid out and see what happens. All right, let's turn this into a tilt bucket. Bam, just like that, tilt bucket is on. If it was only that easy in real life. It's not bad, but it's just not quite that simple. All right, let's go spread out some sand. Gunner's got his rake over there. He's ready to roll. It's like the chain gang going down through there. Since it's hot, you just want me to leave it about 1 inch high and you can rake it down to fine grade?
No! You're good enough for that bucket, you can make it final grade. Where
Hey, Gunner, did you bring any termination papers? You know what termination papers are?
No.
Termination papers are papers that you give somebody when you want to fire them. That guy up there in the 120, I'm thinking he needs fired. Why? Did you just see him flip that bucket of sand at me?
No.
You didn't see it? You're supposed to be backing me up.
I think the person right there in the blue shirt needs to be fired.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Not him. I can walk here.
All right, Gunny, let's see where he's at. Oh, he put his bucket in the way when I'm trying to video the grade rod, Gunny. Looks like he's between an 8 and dead on. Gunny, you want grade rod back? No grade rod for you. Step back a little bit, Gunny. Inch low. Don't even. Tell him, Gunny.
What?
Don't let your head get too big, Dad. Tell him on camera. Come on, Gunny.
Sandbed's laying in there nice, got Gunner packing pipe over. I'm not sure if he's overly excited about that part.
about 2 little men at work.
Need to ask Aaron what it's like to work with somebody his own size.
I know you're saying something about
We just wanted to know what it's like to work with somebody your own size.
pretty nice. Let's see how you feel now.
Look at that, Mr. Man behind the scenes. We put this whole sand bed in within 1/4 of an inch, and you guys never even had to touch a shovel.
You know what? That is awesome.
We'll have to give credit to the 120.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, makes it easy on an old man.
All right, you guys stay here and help Aaron put these pipes together while we go figure out what pipe we need to hook to the tank over there. He seems so excited. All right, we'll be right back. All right, you know what steps next? No? Well, guess what? We're getting ready to tell you. All right, we gotta get this pipe on grade, which means it's gotta be level from one end to the other. It's gotta be 1 foot off that end, 1 foot off that end, and 1 foot off that end. Let's check it. She's a little off, so we're gonna kick it up the hill just a little bit. Look at that. So let's go down to here, the next one. Look at that, perfect. That one there is just a little bit low, Gunner. I may have to throw a little bit of sand underneath that one. It's close. Close. Right there. All right. We got one spot right there. We got just a little bitty dip in it for some reason. Right there where you're standing. I think we get that adjusted, we'll be good to go. What'd you ask? What's next? I thought you never asked. We gotta get those spacers and roll those other ones up here. Which one do you want, the spacers or the pipe? This is what holds our pipe. Well, they need to be help Aaron roll that pipe up here. See how these go on here? We backfill these with sand. We'll make sure our pipes stay the right distance apart.
But first they have to fit.
Well, I bet you if you would come help instead of sit there watching boss, it'd probably make it a lot easier to fit. There we go, perfect. I gotta get that one up there. Help me roll that one up here. Nope, grab this. You ready? Good job.
Do I need to move the other one?
Yep, keep going down and moving it up. Easy, Cheetah. Gut her down. I need to pull this towards me. There we go. All right, gotta put your foot on that board right there and hold it. Whenever Aaron dumps a little bit of sand on there, don't come on. I can't do it without dumping it on your foot. We've already find out how good he is. It's about right. A little more. That's good, back her on up. We got to completely encase these with sand and they'll end up getting about 6 inches of sand over top of them. Aaron's putting just a little bit of sand in between them so they hold their position. Then we'll come back and dump some sand over top of them.
Which is just gonna put one right in the middle.
Yep. Look at that, he's just about got it. Look at that. Tell Aaron, good job. Gunner says good job, you just can't hear him.
Oh, thank you, Gunner.
He don't realize how much raking you're saving him. So what'd you just ask?
Are we gonna put more of these?
Nope, you know what we're gonna do?
Put sand in the middle
Nope, we're gonna take this one right here. We don't need no more. Just got sand on it. And then we're gonna move it down to over here.
Can I take
And
this one out?
Nope, we gotta leave that one in there till we get a little more sand. And then we need to take the laser and double check and make sure we still got our good elevation. Hold your foot on it so don't move. There you go. It's right there, it's pretty good. Hold on a second, I'll move it uphill just a little bit. All right. That's a quarter, that's good.
All right.
Gutter there, and now I got all the sand on the pipe. The next thing we need to do is run the interceptor drain. Basically, we got to run a pipe up on the upper side of the bed to catch any water coming through the ground before it gets to our field bed. Got the trenching bucket on for that, so we're going to start digging right here. Lovely rock right there. Don't quite work as well in dry dirt. We'll get her.
What'd you ask me, Gunny?
Why is there so much holes in this thing?
Box?
Yeah.
Gunny wants to know, why are there so many holes in this thing? He said, Matt, it's supposed to take the nasty water in there. There's a bunch of holes. Well, here's the reason, Gunny. If the inlet, which is taller than all the other holes, has multiple pipes that it's feeding, that's what all the individual holes are for. But if you don't need the holes, the orange things you have in your hands have a little rib right here that actually clogs up the hole so it doesn't go in there, and it only goes where we want it to go, which would be into our field bed out one pipe. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll put some plugs in.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can handle it.
Right here to anything?
That'll work. You gotta get her to snap in there, and then you get it all snapped all the way around.
There's so much bees.
Whoops! Missed that one. Try again. You got it, buddy. It's hot out here, ain't it, Gunny?
Yeah. And there's a lot of bees.
A lot of bees. We've been spraying the bees because they like this corner.
Man.
Oh, you're close. Let me show you a little trick.
Yeah.
So you're trying to push the whole thing in at one time. If you get the see that lock mechanism I was telling you about right there where my pinky is?
Mm-hmm.
If you get that started, then you can just basically walk it around a little at a time. And this is hard to do holding the camera, so sorry if your guys' view is bad. Oh, we're almost there, Gunny. Just like that. Oh, I can see from the inside. Look on the inside here. You see where it's not locked? Right here. Try to see if you can lock that one. Bees are swarming me. Push.
This is
Oh, Gunny. All right, we're gonna do this off camera. We'll be back.
All right, while Matt and Gunner were getting the plumbing done, Aaron and I got the trench in for the interceptor drain. So the theory is any water coming through the ground, we will stop intercept right here, and then this drains down over the hill, keeps that water from flooding the bed down there. This has to be filled up with sand or rock. We're gonna use sand 'cause that's what we got on hand. Aaron's gonna get that filled up. Matt's putting the finishing touches on the D box here. The next thing we gotta do is we gotta dig from this D box over to the dosing tank and get our last line done and then call for an inspection, and we'll be on the downhill slide. Your little tool carrier made it back. I think he's getting more out. Let the heat's getting to him.
Good job, buddy. Now come here and tell me if this is level. You know how to tell if it's level or not?
That is definitely not level.
Shh. Don't give him all the secrets, Dad.
It's close. You know where to look?
See that bubble right there?
It's supposed to be right in the middle, and it's not.
We want it in between those two black lines. So what we gotta do, Gunny? Look at that. Oh, it ain't off by
No,
much.
not off by much.
Look, I moved it just a touch and now it's there. You like it? Look good? You're getting hot.
All right, we got one more pipe to dig, Gunner. All right, this is the last line we gotta dig here. It's gonna be a pressurized line. This comes out of the dosing tank over there. You guys remember we put back in, I think it was January we put that in. It may have been New Year's Day or New Year's Day after New Year's. One of those. So this line here is not crucial. It don't have to be on grade. It just has to be below frost line, which is 18 inches here. And after that, it is what it is. Gunner's doing good today. He's starting to wear down with the heat a little bit, and we all are, but we got a 3 o'clock inspection and it's like 2 o'clock, a little before 2. We're trying to push through, get this last line done so we can get inspection yet today. And tomorrow we just come back and get everything polished up.
Ready, set, go.
What happened to your glue boy?
Nailed it. My glue boy got a bloody nose.
Working too hard?
And no, I didn't punch him, Dad. Because he was doing a great job.
All right, we're gonna try to get these all glued together before we put them in.
All backwards for
Well, because I think what you're trying to say is thanks for laying them out.
I did say that before you turned the camera.
It sure sounded funny, like.
Didn't hear it.
See, Gunner, this is called working smarter, not harder. You glue them together on top of the ground, and then you throw them down the hole.
And you have one joint to glue in the hole.
Yeah.
Where do I put this at?
We'll throw it away here in just a second.
Go.
He's got other problems he's worried about, man. He don't care about our pipes.
Gunny, we need to care about our pipe.
So it probably would have made more sense to start this in and go the other way.
That's kind of what I
Or
said.
have one of those little fancy coupler things, but we don't have those. So we're gonna use brute strength and a prayer.
You know what else I said? That's gonna be enough glue. No, it's not. I still
Look,
have some
we're
left.
not done yet. We're not done yet.
I guarantee you I have enough glue.
All right, you ready?
I'm going for it. You ready? Gunny, you better hold the camera steady. We're going for the gusto. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, let her come back.
She went, didn't she?
Nailed it. Nice job, DP.
We're not plumbers, but we'll make do. So did you explain to everybody why we got a D-box on this one?
Nope, I was waiting for you.
I was hoping you did.
Well, I can do it.
All right, so since this is a pumped system, it creates an airlock. Normally, these systems have to have a low vent and a high vent. Normally, we use the high vent on the house, and we can't do that because the pump tank won't let air pass through. So we got to put a D-box in and then vent the D-box. This vent, I believe, needs to be 10 foot higher than the low vent on the other end. which will create a draft, introduces oxygen into the system, which hopefully helps all the organisms and the enzymes do their thing and speed up the process. So since we can't use the vent on the house, we got to use the vent on the D-box, and that's why we got a D-box.
So...
Do you understand all that?
No. Oh,
This is advanced level. You're still on beginner level.
Heck, so am I.
Guess what, Gunner?
What?
I think we're ready for inspection. We got the bed in, got the D-box in, interceptor drain in, feed line in. Erin's put a little bit of sand on her feed line just to kind of bed it in a little bit. I think we're gonna be good to go. We just gotta wait for the inspector to get here. Matt's gonna stick around, meet with the inspector. We'll be back in the morning if everything's good. Get this thing covered up with dirt and call her done. See you guys in the AM. Well, Mr. Millennial, we are missing a few short people this morning.
We are.
Both
One
of them.
most importantly being Gunny.
Both of them have left us. Aaron got called back into emergency outage, and well, Gunny decided to go swimming. Can you believe that?
What?
I know.
What was wrong with all this heat?
I'm beginning to think he made a good decision.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you were here yesterday for our inspection. Kim stopped by, and the verdict is?
The verdict was she loves the fact that we make her job easy.
So everything's good to go, huh?
Everything is good to go. There was only one negative happening, and we were inspecting that end of the field bed, and their pump kicked on, and she happened to be directly downwind of it, and she didn't like it.
That should be confirmation the system's working.
Exactly.
So, all right, so that means we are clear to cover everything up, seed and straw, finish the whole 9 yards. This thing needs to end up with, what is it, 11 inches of something that'll grow grass?
6 inches of sand and 6 inches of vegetation growing dirt.
There you go. All right. I don't think we're going to have enough dirt, or should I say powder, because it's so dry. So I'm going to take the tilt bucket, throw what dirt we have on top of the bed. We got that pile, this pile, and that pile. I think we can go over there and scrounge up some dirt behind the septic tank if we need to.
Yep.
Bubba Dump's a little bit of an overkill for this job, but it was just down the road. So
Precautionary measures,
yeah.
man. Precautionary.
Matt's gonna we got some sand left over, which is fine because eventually we're gonna put another septic up in here for another house.
Not intended. We have some sand, which is fine.
It is fine sand, number 23 to be exact. So we're gonna see if he can load Bubba Dump. I think it's gonna be faster to load Bubba Dump and take it up there than just keep tracking back and forth, burning the tracks off that thing.
One load with Bubba Dump, so I got to put some sand on the ends first,
Yep.
and then I'll load Bubba Dump.
All right. It is hot. It is Friday. We're gonna get this thing knocked out and get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. Let's do it. Oh, hang on, we got us a big one. We could take a skid steer and dump all this on there, but I like placing it on there with the excavator and then coming back with the skid steer and the power rake to finish it out. Just don't like tracking on top of there anymore than what I have to. Man, that is dry. Dry, 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 I tell you. This tilt bucket's awesome for stuff like this. I should probably use it more, we just don't. I end up keeping that 210, we're gonna have to get one for that bigger machine. Like that, a little bit of room here. He's got to dump some sand on the ends. We have to leave those ends open for inspection. She wants to see the spacing in our plumbing. Well, we got the ends done. That's gonna dump a little sand there on the end. Hopefully don't dump it down the pipe. That was not very pretty. Get this dirt thrown up there, then we'll get the power raking. Matt's cheating, you guys see him? He's putting it in the back. He could get over the side if he wanted to, though. It does go high, though.
Make it? I don't know, it's gonna be close.
Kubota go? Oh, he's got that. All kinds of room. Hey, flip it out. There you go.
Works like a dream.
I wouldn't want to let a lot of them like happen. You'll work on that. Probably a little bit extreme for what we're doing here, hauling dirt over there with Bubba Dub, but after we get done with the septic, we are actually building a lake here on the property. We went ahead and hauled Bubba Dub in for that particular job. So while it's here, we're gonna use it. We need about 2 loads of dirt over there to finish covering up that septic. And we got some excess dirt left over from there we put these tanks in back in the winter. I think it's gonna be just about the right amount we need to make it work. So we're gonna get this loaded up. Matt's making sure that riser is watertight over there and everything's good to go on that. We'll be one step closer to having this baby wrapped up and call it a weekend. It's a holiday weekend if you guys are wondering. This is the Friday before the 4th of July. Perfect. It's dry, can you guys tell? That'll work out nice. We'll get one more load, cover up that D box right there, and then we should be able to slick her off from there. Second load coming in. See if Matt can dump this without knocking our D box out of whack here. Oh, one clog got us. Not too shabby. That will work. Well, there it is, all kind of roughed in with the excavator, guys. Looks pretty good. This is just going to be some nasty dry stuff to pyrec out, especially with all the tall grass and stuff in there. But we need a minimum of 6 inches of dirt on top of there. I like to throw 10 to 12 inches on top of there. That way, by the time we get up where the skid steer, waller it down and everything, we know for sure we at least got 6 inches left. And it's not going to hurt my feelings if we have a little bit more. Last thing we want to do is go through all this work and then damage it by getting into the sand of our pipes or whatsoever. Sand or pipes or something. So Matt's got around the tanks looking pretty good. I'm going to swap him out. Thank goodness for air-conditioned cabs. Thank goodness for cabs, and then thank goodness for air conditioning on jobs like this. The Kubota don't have the best air conditioning, but it is better than nothing.
Jake.
Well, Mr. Millennial, even without the two short people, we still managed to get the job done, and it looks awesome.
Just got hotter.
It is. Woo, it is hot, 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 and dry, dry, dry. But they're calling for a little bit of rain tonight. Field bed's complete. Got seeding installed around the tanks.
I got one comment and one question.
Oh boy.
You had me buy a $22 canister of glue.
Yeah.
Because you said we would run out. My question to you is, there's still some glue left, ain't
Now,
they?
think about if we would have ran out, how much it would have cost us to run and go get it.
We didn't run out.
Gas is $6 a gallon right now.
Excuses, excuses. I was
It's
right.
too hot to think. We're going home.
I was right.
We are going home. We
Yes.
are going home. All right, guys. Oh, excuse me. I think I just ate a bug. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. I want to make sure you don't miss out on what's coming up next, which is probably going to be a lake build up here. I'd consider subscribing. That way we can catch you on the next one. Later.